you've seen any of my Model 3 videos, you'd know that I have quite the squeak and creak somewhere up here in a control arm. One of the joints is squeaking like crazy. It's likely I've got to get in there and replace some parts or take it into Tesla, but this is a budget Model 3 and I'm cheap, so I don't really want to do that. And even furthermore, I don't want to hear the squeak. So what's the solution? I could either replace the parts or I can try to force grease wherever I can see that I can force grease and see what happens. All right, here's the weapon of choice. It's got a nice needle on the end, so I can force it in there. I've already tried to use this on the top of the upper control arm before. Thought that could be the culprit, but apparently it is not. So we're going to give this a try. Jack this up, take the tire off, find anywhere I can sneak this in and see what happens. All right, now that I've successfully gotten that off, and I look like this, we're going to see where we can force grease. Take that little guy off. Okay, so we've already forced grease up there. We're going to try to get up there again. Ooh, pretty stiff. Get a few good pumps in there, maybe each way. Get that all around. Make sure it's working. Oh yeah. Let's see. So we've got some other joints down lower here. Oh yeah, that could be a good one. That's about 5-6 pumps in there. Don't want to get into that. That boot right there. Let's get closer. All right, I think you want to stay out of this boot. That's a drive. I don't know if I can get into there or here. Those could be squeaking for sure. That's a shock. That could also be it. Who knows? That could also be it. There's no real place to grease there other than, like I said, that boot, which I already got plenty pumped full. Well, guys, I don't know. Let me know if I missed anywhere. Let's see if I can get anything in there. That ain't pen. It's not really penetrating, but it's not hurting either. Like I said, I think a lot of this may need replaced. At some point, this will need replaced. Maybe this, which there is a boot there. I've got looking that over. Some good pumps there. A lot of these joints are not really greasable. I think this component has been replaced 3 times already since it's been new. This is your upper control arm. That could need replaced too. Actually, yeah, that's what's been replaced. I believe it's this because this isn't technically greasable, although I did get grease in there and I greased it before and it didn't help. Could be squeaking up there too. It's quite rusty. Who knows? All right, we're just gonna get the wheel thrown back on there and then we'll be done. So this will be quick and easy. And then we'll drive this around over the next few months and see if what I did helped. These wheel covers, it's filthy from being outside in the rain, but I got these cheap off Amazon. I actually absolutely love them. I think they really help improve the looks. Getting them on is the hardest part, but once you do that, these were pretty cheap and have lasted really, or held up really well. Once you finally figure out orientation, it's easy. But then you gotta keep in mind where the valve stem is, so you have access to that. All right, here we are on our first voyage after greasing the suspension up. Already sounds a little better. We'll see. I might have to try this over a few days, a few different temperatures. It seems like when it gets really cold or really hot, it's a little worse. These mild temps like today, it's about 72 this morning. Don't seem to be as bad, but we're just gonna have to give it some time and see. But on this first test drive, I can not really hear it at all. This road's pretty smooth. We'll give it another minute or two and see what happens. Pretty psyched. We're a couple miles in now, and I've heard very little creaking. I won't say it's completely gone away. There's probably still a component or two in the suspension that needs replaced, but it is much better. So if this can buy me a few months at least, I will take it. All right, well, thanks for watching my video. Like I said in the video, I'm not a mechanic, not a professional at this. Just doing whatever I can to try to improve the conditions. It looks like what I did with greasing helped, but it didn't completely go away. So what that tells me is I can get a little more time without this crazy annoying squeak, but eventually I'm gonna have to get in there and replace some parts. So hey, 15 minutes of time may have bought me 6 months or so, and I'm super happy with that. If you made it this far, please like and subscribe. I would love and appreciate your support.